Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Let's continue intro to programming. We have completed arithmetic and variables, functions, data types, conditions and conditional statements. Now the last one, intro to list. Okay, first I will read, then we will do the exercise. See, when doing data science, you need a way to organize your data so that you can work with efficiently. Okay, Python has many data structures available for holding your data. List, set, dictionary, tuples. In this tutorial, we will learn how to work with Python list. These are the data structure by which you can hold the data efficiently so that you can perform different kind of operations on the data. Okay. Now in the petal to metal competition, it's a competition flower classification. You have to classify which kind of flower is this. Okay. Your goal is to is to classify the species of a flower based on its image. This is a common task for computer vision. It is image classification. If you don't know, don't worry about this. This is a type of data science like computer vision where you visualize the data and try to predict many things. So here in this competition, the job is that you have to see the petal and you have to tell which types of flower is this. Okay. Now see, towards this goal, you organize the names of the flower species in the data. So you have different kind of flower species. Now what you do, you just have created a string flowers equal to, and then you have kept all the data together. Okay. Now what is the type? If you print the type, this is a string. But the problem is that this is not a good representation. Better way to represent is using Python list. How does it look like? It looks like this one. See, in string, you have just kept all of them together. Here, here also you have done the same thing, but you have given quotation for every individual species. Okay. So this is called a list. For that, you need a third bracket, opening bracket, a closing bracket, and every species is separated with a comma. Okay. So to create a list, you need to use square brackets, okay, and separate them with a comma, okay, and every item in the list in Python string, so each is enclosed in quotation mark. Exactly. Now, if you check the type, then see Python will show you as a list. Okay, so how does it differentiate? In this way, like you have given a closing bracket, an opening bracket, every individual spaces is separated by comma and all of them are in quotation mark. That's why the type has been changed from string to list. But why? That we will understand. At first glance, it doesn't look too different, right? Whether you present it via string or using list, it looks almost same. Then why do we need a list? There are a lot of tasks you can do with a list, but not with a string. Okay. Suppose you want to know that a specified item, like you want to know what is there in the first item, what is the species name in the second position, what is for the last position. These things you cannot do using string, but list will help you easily solve those problems. Like check the number of items. I want to know how many species are there. Then also list can't help you, but sorry, string can't help you, but list can. Okay. Add or remove items. String once string is made, you cannot edit that. But in list, you can easily add anything, you can easily remove anything. Okay, so you understand that there are many operations which you can perform with list but not with string. That's why we need to know. Okay. Okay, now let's check what is length. We can count the number of entries in any list with len function. If you want to know how many entries are there, like total how many spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is the number, you can easily get that by using a function, len function. Len of our flower list, it will give you the total number of entries. Okay, this is a user defined function. This is already there in Python library. So you are just calling the function. Okay. Function we studied before. Next one, you can index. Indexing, you know that like what is there in the first page, what is there in the second page. It's like the same. first, second, third. You just see the position. This is called indexing. So this one will be in zeroth position. This one is first, this one is second position, third position. So if I tell you that please tell me what is in the fifth position. So you can easily tell me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it is easy to access them. Okay. Like if you write flowers list and you pass it in the third bracket giving 0, then it will show you what is in the zeroth position. Then what will be in the first position. Okay, so you understand that you can easily fetch with position by indexing. This is called as indexing. And you remember that Python always starts with 0. So that's why it is also known as zero-based indexing. The first entry is 0, the second entry is 1, and then so on. Okay. Now to pull the final entry, you have to use 1 less than the length of the list. Exactly, because the 10th one will be actually in 9. The last entry, see here, is the which is in 9th index. Okay. So Python is known as zero-based indexing. Now you may have noticed that the code cell we use a single print to print multiple items and a value from the list. To print multiple things in Python, we need only separate them with a comma. Now here see, we have just fetched one item. But suppose I want to know that what is in second position as well as what is in third position also. Okay, I want both of the values. That time, one thing will help you, that is slicing. So you can also pull a segment of a list, for instance, the first three entries or the last two entries. This is called slicing. You are just taking a slice, not an individual one, but slices. Okay. See, if I want first three entries, then you can write in this way, flower list. This is the name of the list, and inside the third bracket, you have to give this one. Why colon? Colon means that it will start from the beginning. And why 3? Because I want two numbers. First one, sorry, I want three numbers 0, 1, 2. So the last one is ignored. Okay, so whichever is in the third position will be in the third indexed position will be ignored. Okay, or if I want the final two. Starting position is to ending position, and when you are giving nothing, that means the starting position is from the beginning. When you are giving nothing, this means the ending position is the end, the up to the last value of the string. Okay. If I give 1 is to 3, then what will be the output? Then it will start from this is 0, this is 1. So this one will be taken. This is in second position, second indexed position. So this will be taken, and 3 means that one will be ignored. Okay. So this one and this one will be printed. Okay. Now removing items. Remove an item from a list with dot remove function. If you use the list name dot remove and then you pass any particular value, that means you are telling Python, please remove this from the list. Okay. So see, after removing, if you are printing, this one will not be seen here. Okay, because this is remove. Remove function will remove. How to add? To add at the end, you use dot append. See, I have added Snapdragon. So this one is added at the end. Okay. Now lists are not just for strings. List can be used for other things also. So far we have only worked with list where each item in the list is a string. But list can have items with any data type, including booleans, integer, floats. See, let me tell you one thing first. I'm very focused to this tutorial only. That's why I'm only telling the things which are written over here. You can see that particular video. Okay. Here I'm very focused to this lesson. That is what my target is for now. Lists are not just for strings. So far, we have only worked with list, where each item in the list is a string. But list can have items with any data type. Booleans, integers, floats. As an example, consider hardcover book sales in the first week of April. These are hardcover book sales. These are in number. So it's not that you can only store the string or the text. You can store the numbers also. Okay. So this is a list of integers. Similarly, you can keep float. You can keep any data type. Anyway, similar to when working with strings, you can still do things like get the length. Here also, if you write len function, len, it will provide you the length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So output will be 7. Okay. If you want to the second indexed position, then it will be 0, 1, 2. So the output will be 172. Okay. The same thing you can do with integers, any kind of data type. Okay. Now you can get the minimum value also. For that you have to call the min function. So min of the list, max of the list, then it will give you the minimum value. The minimum value is 121, the maximum value is 191. Okay. If you want, you can print the total books also by giving sum of the list. Then it will add all the numbers and will give you as a result. Okay. So we can also do similar calculation with slices of the list. By taking the slices also, you can perform some operations. See what we have done here. What we take the sum from the first 5 days. Okay, total sum from the first 5 days. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to calculate the average. That is what their aim is. Average book sold in first 5 days. For that you need the sum of first 5 days divided by 5. Then you will get the average. See how it is done. Sum of list, and there they have provided the slicing. Slicing in the starting position, if you provide nothing, I said that it will start from the beginning. So it is taking from the beginning, from the zeroth position, and then up to fifth position. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 5. So total 5 values you have got, 5 integers, first 5 hardcover cells of the books. Then you have added them by using the sum function. Then you have divided by 5 to get the average. Okay, so you understand how slicing is working for integers also. Now your turn to practice. Okay. Okay, so let's first set up the notebook. Now you own a restaurant with 5 food dishes. Okay, and that is in Python list menu. Okay. Now you decide to remove the bean soup and add roasted wheat salad. Okay. So implement this change to the list while completing this task. Do not change the line that creates the menu list. Your answer should add dot remove and dot append. Okay. They're telling you don't make any change here. Instead, you use the functions. Okay. So first I have to remove. So menu dot remove, and there I will remove bean soup. Okay. It will be removed. Next, dot append. I have to add menu dot append. Here I have to add roasted wheat salad. Okay, I'll just copy and paste. These things are not possible with strings, but this is possible with list. Okay, let me show you. If I print menu, then what will be the output? See, the bean soup is removed and roasted wheat salad is added. Okay, so easily you can modify your menu. Next question. The list num underscore customers contain the number of customers who came into your restaurant. That means first I have to calculate the sum of total 7 days divided by 7. Then I will get the average. So I will write sum of num underscore customers and I will use the slice because I want a slice for the first 7 days. So it will start with 0, or if you write nothing, that means it will start with 0 and it will go up to 7. That means it will take up to 6. The last one is ignored, divided by 7. Fine. Now what about average last 7? Average last 7 means you have to take it from the end. See here. So it will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So it will start with minus 7. So sum of num underscore customers, it will start with minus 7 and giving nothing means up to the end. Okay. Now I will divide it by 7. Okay. Now what is the max? For that you have to call the max function. Inside pass the list. What about mean? Mean of num underscore customers. If I run it, see. Okay. So in this way you can do operations. Fine. Now question 3. In this tutorial we gave an example of a Python string with information that was better as a list. Flowers equal to uh, this is a string. You can actually use Python to quickly turn this string into list. You have to change it to a list using this function dot split. If you use this function, then what will happen? It will split the string based on what? Based on what you pass in the parentheses. In the parentheses, we need to provide the character should be used to mark the end of one list item. Whenever you get this comma, that means I will consider that this item is complete. So I can take it pink primrose as one item, right? The next one will start after the comma and it will continue till it gets the next comma. Okay, so by this comma, by the value you pass in the parenthesis, you can split them and can make them separate items and include it in the quotation mark. Within quotation mark you have to provide the comma. You can give anything, like if you give k, then what will happen? Then pin will be treated as an item and after k it will be treated as another item. Okay, so whatever you pass here, that is the mark. Now it's your turn to try this out. Later should be a Python list where each entry is an uppercase letter of English alphabet. For instance, the first two entries should be A, B, and the final three entries should be Y and Z. Use the string alphabet to create the list. Okay, so you have to convert this string, alphabet string, address string, this string to list. Okay, convert strings into Python list. So what I have to do? See here. The name of the string, dot, split, and within the parenthesis, you have to provide the mark. So here, what is the name of the string? Alphabet, dot, name of the function, split function, quotation, and here I will provide dot because on the basis of dot, I want to split this. Now, what about formatted address? About this, we can use address would be a Python list where each row in address is a different item. Currently, they are separated by comma. So, same here also. You have to write address dot split function within parenthesis, comma. Then you have to give comma. Now, see, I'll show you the output. Print letters. What will be the output? See, this has become a list and every item, it was the input, now it is the output. Every item is separated and it has been converted to list. You can see this one also. Formatted address. Now if I run it. Okay. Now question 4. List comprehension. List comprehension allow you to create a list based on the values in another list. In this question, you will get a brief preview on how they work. Say we are working with the list value. Test underscore ratings equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, then we can use this list to create a new list where each item has been turned into a boolean. Okay. Every item will be turned into a boolean in the new list depending on whether the item is greater than or equal to 4. So the condition is if the item is greater than equal to 4, it will be true. If not, then it will be false. That is the boolean data type you have learned. Now if I run it, see, the output is false, 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 true, true. Because it is less than 4, less than 4, less than 4. Now it is true, it is also true. So if it is greater than or equal to 4, then it will be true. So the same list but converted to a boolean value based on some condition. These things you can do using list comprehension. Now in this question you will use to define a function percentage underscore light that takes one argument as input. Rating list of rating that people give to a movie where each rating is a number between 1 to 5. We say someone liked the movie. If they give a rating of either 4 or 5, your function should return the percentage of people who liked the movie. For instance, if we supply a value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 1, then 50% of the people liked the movie and the function should return zero point 0.5. That means, see, not liked, not liked, not liked, but liked, 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 liked. So 4 people has liked and 4 people has not liked. So exactly 50% liked the movie. So the return function should return zero point 0.5. Okay, 4 by 8. Now part of the function has been completed and you can calculate. Let's see. Percentage liked, least liked if greater than 4 or equals to 4. Now what about the percentage liked? Do not change, should return zero point 0.5. So you need only use list underscore like to calculate percentage underscore like. Okay, so we will use first sum of list underscore like. If greater than 4, that means here it will be false, it will be false, it will be false. False means 0. It will be true, that is 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will be 0. So total will be 4 and others are 0. But length is 1, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have to divide it by length of list underscore like. This is the total length and sum means only those values which are true. They are 1, others are 0. Now if I run it, okay, so you understand how to calculate the percentage rate. Fine. Now question 5. Say you are doing an analytics for a website. You need to write a function that returns the percentage growth in total number of users relative to a specified number of years ago. Okay. Your function percentage underscore growth. It will take two arguments. One is Python list with total number of users each year. That is number of users. Every year how many users? 0 means in the first year. 1 means in the second year. This is the total number of users and so on. The final entry gives the total number of users in most recently completed year. Okay, this one, the recent one. Now years ago, number of years go back in time when calculating the growth percentage. Okay, like ago equal to 1, then it will take this value and the last one, just 1 year ago. 7 years ago, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will take this value. Okay, fine. Now your coworker sent you a draft of a function, but it doesn't seem okay. Fine. Now what I have to do? Function is written percentage growth taking two inputs, number of users years ago. Now growth equal to number of users length of -1. This is the percentage growth. Let's just check. So they want to say that there are some mistakes and you have to find that. Okay, so first run it and see. Incorrect. We have to find what is the problem. Okay, percentage growth, number of users years ago, fine. Now what will be the growth? Number of users, length of number of users -1 minus number of users, length of number of users minus years ago divided by number of users, length of number of users -2. No, there, see here. We have to calculate, we have to make this subtraction -1. Okay, because whatever the length is, you have to go one more back. So now here it will be number of users of length of number of users minus years ago minus 1. Okay. And it will be divided by number of users, length of number of users minus this value, because you have to subtract by this value only. So it will be this one. Okay. Like you can see it here. The last value. This is the last value in the list. Length of minus 1. If the length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Length is 10. So you want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If the length is 10 and you want to access the last position, then you have to make the subtraction by 1. Exactly that is done here. Length of the list minus 1. That means you are taking the last value. Okay. Now what I am doing? I am taking this value. So for that, you have to use length, whatever the length is, minus how many years ago you want to know. 1 year, 7 years, minus 1. Because if you want this value, then you have to do take the total length, which is 10, minus 7 years ago. So 10 minus 7, so it will be 3. Now you have to delete minus one more. Then you will get the second value. See, if I use the 7 value, then I have to take this value. This value is in second position, 0, 1, 2. Okay. And you have to delete by the same value. So whatever you are calculating here, you have to delete by this one. I hope this one is correct. Let's see. Okay, fine. So congratulations for finishing the course. You have completed the course. Next we can start the Python course or Intro to Machine Learning course. Let me know which one you want to do. So accordingly we can plan. Okay. So meet in our next video. Till then, bye. Happy learning.